Right, hello everyone. My name is George. I'm the co-founder of RankUp. We're building AI agents for SEO. And sorry, my voice is a bit fucked up because I'm a little sick. Estonia weather is super tricky, you could say, or sneaky. I think it's the better word. And it got like 20 degrees or something like that for the weekend, and it was also the kind of the same on Friday. But then, Estonia weather was like, okay, nah, let's just add some cold wind, to the mix. Why not, right? Things are too good. And that's what happened, and then I kind of got cold. So that's what it is. But yeah, and I'm basically also I'm gonna be doing two videos in a row because yesterday just got home from the gym and just went straight to sleep and had the worst sleep of my life because of like being sick. So uh yeah, and I just did not manage to film a video. I just like fell to sleep essentially. So yeah, but now it's much better. Just have a lot of doing a lot of sneezing. But yeah, basically, so yesterday's notes and yeah, if you haven't watched this before, then basically every at the end of every workday, typically at the end of every like workday. Today it's also at the end of my workday basically, but I guess it's at the end of the next day's workday. So I missed yesterday's video, but I'm doing it now. And yeah, I do a video usually, just recording and kind of sharing my thoughts and opinions and what I learned throughout the day and what I did throughout the day, and kind of just documenting the journey of a tech founder. And ultimately, my goal is to build a tech company that is worth $1 billion plus, right? Euros, whatever. But yeah, that's my goal. And yeah, so yesterday I actually did a lot of came up with the idea of mapping out the content strategy for this outreach campaign that we're doing. So one of our biggest constraints at the moment is cash reserves for the so kind of cash reserves in the sense like free cash, so we could like invest into our own like marketing, sales, and product development more. So yeah, we're gonna be launching this campaign, and we've built like SEO automations for people before, and we made solid money from that, and it gave us really good runway to actually build rank up to what it is at the moment. And yeah, so now we're also just kind of bringing that back and actually gonna do like doing a proper outreach campaigns and content campaigns regarding that. And yeah, so it was yesterday just mapping out that, and actually today, just recently like finished it with my co-founder as well. But yeah, I did not. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that anyways in the next video, right? About what I did today and etc. But yeah, basically got that done. Got that campaign, got that campaign content, like that campaign's content strategy mapped out. So I like to do this kind of things in Apple Notes. It's just very simple. And okay, I guess I moved it into Notion, which is what we use in our company to manage like I guess files, documents. And yeah, so but yeah, basically I like to kind of map these things out and always have like a clear plan and strategy on what I'm doing, so that I'm just not just winging it, because winging it has cost me a lot of months and a lot of pain, you could say so. And yeah, so that's what I did last year in terms of creating content and yeah, so kind of a strategy and planning and all of that was kind of missing. So that's why also the content didn't perform as well as it should have. But yeah, that's yeah what I did yesterday. What else? Yeah, so sent a bunch of LinkedIn connections yesterday for sure. just I built a solid list of connections actually already, about 70 connections. So it's gonna be a nice, I guess, group of people to send the outreach messages to. Oh, and then also, yeah, talk with some partners here. And actually, one thing that is, I guess, really useful, or like, yeah, it's what people really appreciate. And I think it also raises your status as a team member, is really when you're giving feedback, and actually also giving feedback on stuff, but giving feedback constructively and detailed, right? And actually also proposing solutions when you're calling out like a problem or a gap or something like that, right? So yesterday I did that for a partner regarding an email outreach message that he had. And yeah, it took me some time. It took me a proper amount of time, at least like 50 minutes to write it and propose solutions. But I mean, it's all still like you're still also learning from that. And also, like, I mean, people relationships, I'd say, are the one, like, top three most important things in business, if not the most important thing in business, having good relationships. Because yeah, you can have a good product, you can do good marketing and etc. But if your interactions and like people just do not like you and do not like the company, and like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some people that just like, if you have an amazing product and like concept and etc., then they're going to kind of just stay because of the value. Like, the value is just so massive, and everything else that goes into that, like pricing strategy, right? But if, like, yeah, otherwise it's just going to be very hard to grow that business. If, yeah, if your company is just has a very shit reputation, right? In terms of like people and communication with customers and or users or whatever, however you call them, clients. So yeah, but it's also with your partners, right? The same thing. So that's why in relationships I'm investing a lot more this year. A lot more. Yeah. And for them, and the main reason is because of kind of what I experienced last year, in terms of like what where we made the most money was purely because of like establishing like great relationships with people. And it's also like, then they start to refer, and then they start to do like other stuff for you, right? Because either they just like you, or they like you as a person, and they support your mission, or etc., right? So yeah, just having good relationships never hurts, I'd say. I guess you could have good relationships with the wrong people and it could hurt, but that's a story for a different time. Overall, people who you wouldn't even want to have relationships with the wrong people, right? But like with the having good relationships with uh, you know people who matter to your business, or like can provide value or whatever, right? That's never gonna hurt you. So yeah. What else yesterday? Oh yeah, it's very interesting how I think, I don't know if at least every week, but I mean, even for some people, it depends on the work you're doing. But wandering is very, very important. Like, just having the time to like wander and just play around, and like play around with your ideas, and just like have the space to think. And yeah, I think that's so important if you want to take your career, or you want to take your business, or you want to take your career, athletic career, whatever, to the next level. Because our brain is like so powerful, and most of us are barely using the actual like powers that we have, that our brain provides us. And it, for the most part, it's because and this is thanks to my mentor, shout out to him. He really brought up a great point, which he learned from, I mean, he reads a lot of books, and a very smart person, and also life experience person. He kind of has Doven, I don't know if that's the right word, or like gone deep into emotional intelligence and you know why this kind of like just like you know just go as hard as you can. Like I mean, hard work is important, of course, absolutely. I have no doubts about that. But like just kind of a little bit like kind of acting as a slave in somewhere, just like work, 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 in the sense like you're just like always doing like, you know, very task oriented stuff, like from A to B, right? It will get you somewhere, but it's not gonna get you like if you want to be number one in your industry, or I mean, it depends on what you're doing, right? If you're competing with two people in your industry and the two people are not doing shit, then it's probably just like easy to do it with hard work. But in more competitive industries and in business, I mean, especially just like being able to, you know, have that space to wonder and really like kind of innovate and come up with new ideas and new ways to approach it. Because if you want to, like the fundamental thing is like if you want to outcompete a business or a person or whatever, you need to do something that they are not doing, right? Or you need to do something that they are doing much better, but like how do you do it better, right? There's tasks inside of tasks, right? Like if you like, okay, you know, running is a very good example here, because like, okay, I mean, you're not gonna be jumping, right? There's no point in doing that, because like that's like you don't need to reinvent the wheel always, but like there's so many things that go into actually running like fast and running well. It's not just like, you know, if it was just about like just running, just like, you know, just go, right? Then I mean, it will be purely just like a game of genetics, right? But there are plenty of people who have, I'm sure, who have outcompeted people with great genetics, but they themselves maybe weren't like, you know, that good in like running and stuff before. Genetics definitely play a big role in athletics, but yeah, ultimately, like, you know, the form, like how you run, right? Then it's also, I mean, definitely your stamina, right? Then it's also, I mean, also your strength of your like mind when shit gets tough, right? A lot of things go into that, and that these are just very general areas. I mean, the technique, how you run, I mean, it's it has a lot of nuance to it, you know. How should you position your hands, right? That's like if we're saying that's like a task, there's tasks inside of a task, right? So like, you know, your arm moves, like how should it move, and I don't know, I'm not an expert in running, but like maybe how fast and what should be the angle your arm should be at, or you know some like these kinds of things, right? There's a lot of like nuance to actually doing stuff very, very well. And so, but like how you really like unlock that kind of new level of thinking and new ideas is just having the time to actually think. Because if you don't have the time to think, you're not gonna be able to, you know, do that. If you're just like wake up at 8, go do your tasks, right? Just like, oh, then go to lunch, then do your tasks, and then eat dinner, then, you know, do your tasks, and then go to sleep. It's just like tasks, right? But you're not actually taking the time to wonder and yeah. Doesn't always have to be like you don't have to always innovate, right? It's more about just like getting new ideas, and how you get really truly the best ideas is by just not like forcing yourself to think. It's just like having that time to, I don't know, walk around, or just even sitting in your chair and just looking at the sky, right? Or in the sauna or something like that. So yeah, I went on a bit of a rant regarding that topic, but I think it's very important. And this is an adjustment I have made in my work as well. So yeah, but these are basically my thoughts and what I did yesterday, and my learnings. And maybe I missed some things, but yeah, I cannot let the video go over 15 minutes, because otherwise I cannot post it onto YouTube. So yeah, cheers everyone, and yeah, all the best. Bye.